plot to frighten Old Man Coyote. Chapter 20. Mischief leads to mischief, for it's almost sure to never ever be content without a little more. Yep, mischief leads to mischief, for it's almost sure to never be content without a little more. Now you would think that after Peter Rabbit's very narrow escape from the clutches of old Granny Fox, that Jimmy Skunk and Uncle Billy Possum and Peter Rabbit and Prickly Porky would have been satisfied with the pranks that they'd already played. No, sir, they were not. You see, when danger's over, it's quickly forgotten. No sooner had Peter been made comfortable in the old house behind the big stump on the hill where Prickly Porky lives, then the four scamps began to wonder who else that they could scare with that terrible creature, without heads or legs or tail, which had so frightened Reddy and old Granny Fox. There's Old Man Coyote. He is forever frightening those smaller and weaker than himself. I would just love to see him run, said Peter Rabbit. The very one, cried Jimmy Skunk. I wonder if he'd be afraid. You know, he's even smarter than Granny Fox. And though she was frightened at first, she soon got over it. How do you suppose we could get him over there? Williams, we could take Brer Jay into our secret. Brer Jay will tell Brer Coyote that Brer Rabbit is up on the hill, Porky's Hill, hurt so that he can't get home, said Uncle Billy Possum. That's it. That's all Brer Jay would need to say. And Brer Coyote is going to come over up to that hot foot with his tongue hanging out, and he's looking for that dinner. He sure is waiting to find him there. You won't do anything of the kind, spoke up little Mrs. Peter. You know how she had just bravely left the dear old briar patch and come up here into the green forest to take care of Peter. Peter has had trouble enough already, and I'm not going to let him have any more, so there. Peter isn't going to get in any trouble, spoke up Jimmy Skunk. Peter, and you are going to be just as safe as ever over the briar patch, for you will be in your old house where nothing can harm you. Now, please, Mrs. Peter, don't be foolish. You don't like Old Man Coyote, do you? You'd like to see him get a great scare to make up for the scares he's given Peter and you, wouldn't you? Oh, now little Mrs. Peter was forced to admit that she would. And after a little more teasing, she finally agreed to let them try the plan out of giving Old Man Coyote a scare. So Sammy Jay happened along, and Jimmy Skunk was starting out to look for him. And when he had told what he wanted him to do, he agreed to do his part. And you know, Sammy is always ready for a little old mischief. And just as he started to look for Old Man Coyote, Unc' Billy Possum made a suggestion. William had a lot of fun with Reddy and Granny Fox, he said. And now it seems that it's no more than fair that we invite that Old Man Coyote. And what will he do when he sees first that terrible creature that has frightened them so? Granny knows now that there's nothing to be afraid of, and perhaps she'll forget her anger if she has a chance. And if she sees Old Man Coyote run away, you know, she isn't wasting any love on him. What do you all say? Now Peter and Mrs. Peter said no right away. But Jimmy Skunk and Prickly Pork thought it was a good idea. And as far as Sammy Jay was willing, and after a little while, when it was once more pointed out to them how they'd be perfectly safe in the old house behind the big stump, Peter and Mrs. Peter agreed. And Sammy started off on his errand. The end. God is great all the time, all the time. God is great.